First, I would like to concentrate on one member, and he's standing to my left. His name is Flynn Picardal. And Flynn, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Nice to have you with us tonight. And I thought I would start by, let's categorize the music. Over the week, we've heard new wave, but I've just received a simple statement that says you specialize in dance-oriented modern rock music.
Okay, well, we like to think of it as modern, aggressive rock. We like to think that the music is aimed both at the mind and the body and not targeted strictly for the gonadal region.
I noticed high energy up here, a lot of energy.
Yeah, we think it's pretty high energy.
That's part of it?
Basically, I personally feel that it's dance music for eggheads. You know, there's a large egghead market out there that's waiting to be tapped.
And what is an egghead? Someone that just enjoys the rhythm, the beat, the pulsations, and just has a good time with it? No, I think an egghead is
somebody who's into technology and science.
Right. But they all still like to have a good time with it, too. So it is, we hear new world, new wave. It is sort of within you would consider it, it's technological-oriented music, then, perhaps.
Sure, more so than like Mantovani or Liberace or people of that nature.
So there are societal statements perhaps being made with your music also?
Okay, well, you mentioned before we only do original music. We, write our tunes and try to write them about topics we feel are important to front-thinking human beings living in America today. Topics would include things like nuclear power, bacteria, love, execution,
clean water,
American leadership, dogs, things of that nature.
Terrific. Well said. I'll decipher that later. Plans for the future. I guess all aspiring musicians, hopefully someday, out of the studio or back into the studio and the album?
Well, that's for sure. But right now, in the immediate future, what we have tomorrow night, we're playing at the Continental American Cafe on Main Highway in Coconut Grove.
Lovely downtown Coconut Grove.
Right, you bet.
I heard you last Saturday there, right, guys?
Yeah, we were there last Saturday. It's real nice down there. All the people come down, organic people eating sprouts and all that sort of thing.
Great.
And then New Year's we'll be playing with the Eat at the Balkan Rock Club in Dania. And I think it's on December 16th or something along those lines, Tuesday night at the Agora.
All right, Flynn, thank you for coming.
Okay.
Rock for the future, a real good thing. Lots of things have been happening to the group. First, and most importantly, the fact that you have gone in and you have some wax available, and you are getting some play. And tell us where the play is coming.
Okay, most of the play is coming from WVUM at the University of Miami. They've been real helpful in terms of getting local, independently produced records on the air. We have had a little airplay down at WKWF in Key West. In terms of getting on the commercial stations in Dade or Broward County, we haven't had much luck in doing that yet.
That's an arduous process, and it takes time, and I think the commercial stations, subject to change, it takes a while. So your frustration level must be high. To epitomize some of the activities of your group, all your music is modern. You are modern, and you also do the writing. It's original. They were saying earlier that a couple of groups are playing some of your tunes now. So that
there's a few bands I hear up in Pennsylvania that are playing some of our songs. None locally, although we welcome anybody to do it.
Well, that's the highest form of flattery when someone does what you're doing. And,
that's true. That's true.
Let's talk about some of the other members, and I think one of the real areas of success for a group is when they stay together. We have the same members. Nothing has changed, and that's always a good sign.
Well, I think we all have more or less of a common goal, and are willing to make whatever allowances we need to in our own personal idiosyncrasies for the good of the fatherland, so to speak. So.
We'll interpret that later. Let's talk a little bit about the music. Simply modern, aggressive rock and roll. You don't wish to be categorized. Some said, well, are they power pop, new wave, and all the phrases that they are using?
We're a little bit of all of those, to be honest with you. To take one of those, it's really hard to say because different people have different impressions of what each of those categories mean. The three songs on there give some idea of what the band is about. We've recorded 9 more songs up at Criteria Studios in North Miami.
Nice place to record.
Oh, you bet. They've been very helpful, and we really appreciate the help a lot. We've been working with Mike Fuller, and he's been helping us a great deal in terms of getting the sound we want.
So you're moderately pleased at this point, Flynn, with your efforts?
Right. Moderately pleased. That would be a good way to put it.
Okay. Let us meet other players of the front, and we'll start with the gentleman, the fine percussionist.
It's Larry Hill on drums and background vocals.
Larry, welcome back. Nice to see you. And
likewise.
Good to have you with us. And Larry, I might add, is at the forefront of some of the the public relations efforts to promote the appearance of the front on the show. And good to see you again, Larry, as always. And Flynn, if you'll continue to my right, please.
Have, Randy Rush on lead guitar.
Hi, Randy. Nice to have you back. You dressed up for us this time in a suit and tie. Look good.
He's a very formal guy.
Sound good. And the gentleman, the vocalist of the front.
That's Greg McLaughlin. He's lead vocals and synthesizer. And then on bass we have Steve Myers.
Hi, Steve.
Background vocals there too.
Back. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the group called the front. I should at this point mention this is for sale, and they may purchase this where?
Various record stores throughout Dade and Broward County. All you have to do is ask for it.
The front, the first strike. Much more to come on our Spotlight segment. Might I add an upcoming appearance at the Agora?
Right, we're opening for the Irish band U2 on Monday, this Monday night at the Agora coming Monday.
Okay, and you will be pressing other tunes soon?
Oh, you bet.
Standing to my left is the gentleman that is the spokesperson for the group, and such was the case last time. And this is Flynn Picardal. Fill us in. You've been recording. I see familiar faces. That's always a positive.
Sure. We have all the same personnel in the band. We figure if we stick together as a team, we have a lot better chance of getting where we want to go. What we've been doing in the past year is been playing around town quite a bit. We've been playing up at the Agora in Hollandale, at the University of Miami, over at 27 Birds in the Grove. We've been doing quite a bit of recording. We've been getting some help from Mike Fuller up at Criteria Studios in North Miami.
Nice place to get help.
You bet, the best. We've worked on a videotape with a fellow named Mike Mass, MJ Mass Enterprises, and we're fairly happy with that.
We're going to show that later tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be real interesting.
Is the sound different?
A little bit. We've been together for about 2 years, so I think in that 2-year period of time, any band is going to evolve. We only write our own, we only do songs that we write ourselves, so naturally, as the people in the band change, the music is going to change a little bit. I think the basic influences are still the same, and the band still sounds like the front.
Let's talk about the influences. It seems in music, Flynn, I'm sure you know, everybody wishes to categorize a group. Now, you would fit in within a specific definition. Would you be considered new wave, contemporary, or how would you define the music of the front?
That's difficult, but the best description I've heard was something that was written by some other local musician in some local newspaper, and he categorized it as the evolutionary heavy metal album-oriented rock.
And within that statement, reading, there are nuances along the lines that you have things to say here. This is not the love story, which I mentioned it was a love song. That's a bit facetious. You say things about our society, which I think it came across the water, certainly England, is directly attributable to this sort of music.
True.
Okay, and in your music, now let me. Now we have him going now. Now within your music, you're saying things about.
Okay, let me interrupt you here. First of all, that first song was a love song. It wasn't really facetious. Well, love is one of the things that we write about, just like everything else. But
not in the genre as we know love songs, which are slow and sort of.
Oh, true. Right. We don't really, aside from our drummer who used to write real syrupy love songs. None of us are inclined towards that.
Let's meet the other members of the group, and what I'll do, Flynn, is I'll
want me to introduce them?
Why don't you begin? Yeah, I was getting to that. I was about to make that statement. Why don't you introduce them, Flynn?
Okay, on lead guitar we have Randy Rush.
Hi, Randy. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Randy was a different sartorial display tonight as when he was with us last time. I think you had your didn't you? I think you had your jumpsuit on last time.
Yeah, I think so.
You look good tonight, all dressed up, tie and everything. Nice to see you. How was your association? Are you as pleased as Flynn sounds with what's coming along with the front?
Well, it seems like things are moving right along.
Good. All right. Next.
Okay, on lead vocals we have Greg McLaughlin.
Greg, nice to see you again. Welcome back. And on bass?
Bass guitar and background vocals, Steve Myers from Steubenville, Ohio.
Hey, I should have known. They play good football in that area, don't they? That's about all I know. Is it still open?
Now it's closed.
They did close? Okay. And a man I've known for quite a while.
And drums, Larry Hill.
Larry, come over here and join me if you would for a moment. Nice to see you again. And I would like you to add to some of the remarks that Flynn was making about the group and and the definition and where you're going, and put your towel down, will you?
I wasn't listening. No, actually,
you want this back? Will it help? Okay.
I need it. I can't really add anything except tonight we have no political statement to really speak of.
Well, I don't. When I say social commentary, I just meant the music is more than just drivel. That's the lyrics. I mean, you say things within the lyrics.
It's a tough one.
Good talking with you. You've been in the studio, and there is, for the consumer out there that loves your music, you're going to have something available soon?
Sure. I'd say within the next month, or hopefully not more than 2 months, we plan to have a new 45 out, a single with a song called Aluminum on side A and a song called Poor People on side B. Okay. And we're real pleased with both of them.
Now, let me final thought, Flynn, and I'm sure he's speaking for the group. Are you pleased with the growth of the group, the recognition of the front? You mentioned most of the reputable clubs in South Florida where you have played, in the universities, which they're always good audiences, I'm sure. So in terms of growth of the front, someday you hope to be regional. You probably already are in certain circles. So how about the growth at this point?
We're real happy with the growth of the band in terms of our material and what we've been producing in terms of recordings. In terms of our aspirations, we really don't aspire to be regional. We want to be national or international, of course. We've gotten quite a bit of recognition locally in newspapers and press and radio. We've been getting a lot of airplay on WVUM, which is a University of Miami radio station. However, we haven't really broken into the national radio scene, or we haven't generated any real intense major record company interest, which is what we would like to get.
But in the interim, you do the best you can and keep it coming, and that's what it's about.
Sure. We understand that the record industry right now is in hopefully not death throes, but they're having severe problems. So they're primarily, as I understand it, concentrating on their established artists that they know are the money makers, rather than wanting to invest some money in an unknown band.